Well, guys, here we are. We are live, and this is what's going on with the Chang hard fork release within Cardano and their ecosystem. I'm going to break it all down for you guys in this video. We'll go over some things that related to the Cardano price action as well, and hopefully at the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding what exactly is going on. And this is a very interesting time because right now, if I'm just being honest with you, kind of sucks trading crypto. All right. You get some, steam, you get some tailwinds, and then boom, it feels like you just get dropped on your head and just revert back to seeing futures sell off, seeing a lot of liquidations. And it just seems to be a very, very volatile time period where, quite frankly, though, it's nothing where it's in the extreme. I think we've weathered that from the short-term perspective, but it's just crazy how it just can't sustain a run for longer than 2-3 days. So I want to get into it. I want to share with you guys my thoughts. So please, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing down below. Smash the like button. And we do talk Cardano and crypto every single day right here on this channel. So I welcome you guys, and let's get it going. All right. So here's what we are doing in terms of the crypto bubbles on the day. You can see right now Cardano, if we zoom in on what they're doing, all right, it's something where you got to look at the 3.3 drop that we are seeing in terms of a percentage. It's just another kind of par for the course. I've looked and I got my notifications, the Cardano futures selling off as well. So where we head from here is kind of what's yet to be determined. Still, though, it's important to keep in perspective that we are still up 25+% on the year. But Cardano dropping in market cap, down 3 spots in 2024 in the last 365 days, and trading at a $11.53 billion market cap currently. So it is kind of a tough task here. We're going to talk about the Chang hard fork because historically the hard forks for ADA have been such catalysts, and this is kind of what we're looking for in 2024. But you can see right here, we're still momentum down here on the trading indicator. I circled this level. That's kind of where we've had support before, and now we have dipped below that. So this is kind of where we're going to be up against it. We're going to be testing this range right here, and this is that red candle that's starting to form. That, quite frankly, I'm concerned about because this is where we need to bounce off and get some more legs if we want to sustain this level. But like I said, right now on the charts, guys, momentum down has been flashing on the daily candle. And these are actually 4-hour candles, so it's probably even a little bit different. But that's from August 26th. So as we get into the start of September, not a good direction, all right? So I'm kind of curious to see what happens. I do think that we are seeing a very big move into the red with the way that we're trading below the 20, 50, and 100 and 150-day moving averages, okay? These EMAs, I'm sorry, the simple moving averages that we are looking at, this is indicated by these orange lines here on my chart. And as you can see, we are starting to fall off just way, way below where we need to be. So we need to bounce up. We need to get above this blue line. Obviously not financial advice, but we're just kind of in that wait and see approach. And that's where the buying pressure needs to continue to surmount. Right now, we're just not getting it done. And that's why we're going to start talking about the Chang hard fork right now and why we need to talk about it, because this is it. This could be the biggest catalyst for Cardano in 2024. Going live, now we officially have Onchain Governance. A very interesting read, too, I got into with what Hoskinson was doing in terms of Brazil. If you've read anything about it, I did a video on it, too. If you saw what's going on with the censorship within Brazil, them taking down X, you saw Hoskinson and, Elon Musk kind of go to battle against the Brazilian government and what they're trying to do to kind of censor their citizens from that platform. So it was interesting. We'll see what happens moving forward. But Hoskinson just briefly tried to say that he would launch a social platform for users there in Brazil. And that's kind of one of the benefits of Cardano's blockchain. But I'm going to skip through some of the kind of non-relevant kind of conversation here and just getting to the meaningful bullet points. But this is the CIP 1694, which is the official Cardano improvement proposal, right? So that's what we've talked about. That's where we've seen the Cardano Foundation, the IOHK, and Emergo will no longer have the keys to trigger chain upgrades or hard forks. Instead, it's going to be pretty much delegated 100% to the governance groups. So very interesting. And with that being done, that kind of leads us to kind of that conversation where Cardano may find themselves never considered a security for the future, okay? Now, 28th is how big they're ranked in terms of blockchain scaling from DeFi Llama. But this is something where you got to remember something, guys. We were third in market cap just a couple years ago. That's very crazy to think about. So as we talk further about what's going to happen, there's going to be a few phases to this Chang hard fork. First, that's already just went live. That's the interim constitutional committee. That's going to oversee the Cardano governance. All right. It's going to be limiting in power, and it's going to allow changes to the blockchain's code while it's kind of a transition into the ecosystem as they really want this governance model to take full shape. Now, the second phase will be within 3 months. That's kind of where we look at how the new governance body will work. Everybody will be on board. It will be onboarded, and then everybody will stay informed as you basically allow users to be actively participating in the new governance. Okay. And that's kind of where we get into the full transition to the Voltaire era, where governance is definitely key in decentralization. And that's kind of what, it's going on within the Chang hard fork. So we have phase 1 live, 90 days. We have phase 2, and then boom, that is where the upgrade will be completed. Hopefully there's no snags along the way, but as with crypto, you never really know what's going to happen. Nobody has that crystal ball, but this is kind of programmed. So it's going to kind of be what Cardano is going to be for the next 90 days. And this is something where it really truly could be the biggest event in the history of Cardano thus far. And there's been people that have said that. That's kind of where you look at the other layer ones out there that have on-chain governance, and Cardano is starting in somewhat to separate themselves from the pack. Now, in terms of the price action, that's a whole other story, but historically, like we've talked about, we've seen the hard forks have a significant impact with what Cardano is doing on-chain and within that price action. So in terms of layer 1, I think this boosts Cardano even further, but it's going to be interesting to see how this trickles out in 2025 after the election, all that good stuff, rate cuts. We got a lot of bullish catalysts coming. I just want Cardano to be part of that wave. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. Phase 1 live, phase 2 coming within 90 days. And then we now have a fully fledged Cardano blockchain that is going to be committed to 100% decentralization through their governance platform that is now live. So that's kind of where I wanted to share with you guys. If always you guys have anything to say, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. But before I let you go, if you have not done so, make sure you guys subscribe down below, smash that like button, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.